Hey there, Lisa here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you'll join me in my love of crafting and DIYs and hit that subscribe button. Today we are starting the new year with all of our craft supplies organized. I don't have a craft room and I craft in many different locations and I have storage in many different locations as we live in a small space. It was past time to create a system so that I could take my craft supplies to where I wanted to craft and not leave the family main areas trashed all the time. This video is a collaboration with a bunch of other incredible crafters and DIYers, the Craft Organization Challenge. There will be a playlist, so be sure to check out everyone's videos. Special mentions go to our host, Teresa B. DIY, as well as our co-host Tammy at Happiness Created. Be sure to hop on over and see their videos as well. All right, before we jump into organizing, I thought I would show you the mess. I keep craft supplies in 5 different spaces, and so I'm going to show you the condition each of those were in before I got started. We live in a small home, so craft supplies get stored in different locations out of necessity. I had a couple goals with this. I wanted to reclaim the wardrobe in the garage for shoe storage. I wanted to get some kid supplies easily accessible and separated. And lastly, I like to craft off our room off the garage as it's bright and it gives me a moment of quiet. As a stay-at-home mom, I like those. So I needed a storage system that made it easy to grab things and take them to craft. Time to dive in. First, I gathered supplies and did a little prep work. I braved the basement because I knew I had a couple bins and stuff down there that might work kind of handy. And next, I did order this unit to put in the bedroom for easy access. I had to move the desk over right next to the heater vent, but it fit. It gives me extra storage and it's out of the way. This was a huge undertaking and I did it over the course of several weeks because since moving to this house, I have never really had an organization system and I have done a lot of Dollar Tree trips. After seeing the amount of excess though, I'm going to stay out of the Dollar Tree for a while and craft from my stash. I think what took the longest was moving stuff. I mean, literally everything got moved or resituated or put in a different location. And I'm sorry that the video is kind of sporadic. From all the running around and changing locations to sitting on the floor, separating tiny items and everything in between. I'll touch on a few specific tasks that I did though. I gathered all the wood supplies from various locations, put like items together, put them in bins. I had all the large stuff together, then I worked on the small stuff. With the paints, I went through and put the color on the lid. Genius. Why I didn't do this a long time ago, no idea. Ribbon. My son loves to unroll my ribbon. I took some empty tubes and wrapped them all around so that they would quit getting wrinkled. Seasonal supplies got packaged in totes, labeled, and will go downstairs for storage. I did it. It's done, and I could not be happier. As I craft from my stash, I will probably consolidate things so I can get down to less storage locations and then keep it that way. Remember all the bins in my closet that were stacked as high as my clothes? They're now right here. Well, I mean, they are. These 2 bins left are books and kid stuff. All this stuff I just got to go through and figure out whether we're keeping it or getting rid of it. But it's not craft related, so we'll move over here to the crafts. All the wood supplies that I packaged up are right here. These will go under the bed. Since I ended up with a little bit of space, there's a few things I might be able to only have 2 containers. So I don't know, we'll wait and see what happens there. And then this is Valentine's, St. Patty's, and Easter stuff that will probably go in the tote that I clean out here. And then those will get labeled and get either put downstairs or, like I said, under the bed. And then also in the bedroom is my thing I built here by the, well, you know, put together by the desk. And it is full. I've got sort of like my gnome making supplies in here. This is felt and looms and some miscellaneous. This is all yarn. And then this one is, I can hardly get out. It's jam-packed full of beading stuff. So I wanted to get this done during the daytime so that there weren't such bad shadows. But it just didn't work out today. So here we are. So what I did in here was I share this space with the kids' crafts and stuff too. So I had to, yeah, I needed stuff kind of accessible for my daughter where she knows where it is and that sort of stuff. So this is like their stickers and little notepads. This is markers, the paper. So I've got them all separated for her so she knows which paper, and then her construction paper and a drawing pad. And then up here is geared more towards me. So I've got some extra folders. This is, you know, you can see tissue paper, napkins, templates, and decorative images. Cardboard, I use cardboard for everything. And then I have my foam stickers, foam, cork, magnets, and Velcro in there. And then my watercoloring stuff. And then up top, I put this basket up here. I may get something different, but it's sort of like the in-process stuff. And this is actually some projects my kids were working on. So if this feels good, you know, I was going to do paper sorter out of these boxes that sheets come in, but I didn't take into account, paper fits perfect, but not when you put it in these accordion files. And I really like them in the accordion files. It makes it so that my daughter can just grab like the white paper and go do whatever. So, okay. So next up, I'm pretty excited because this has space left. This is kind of where I put everything that didn't fit that was kind of tall. And this is, my goal is for this to be where I keep my books and my tablet and some of that kind of stuff. And then this, I might put some stuff in the overflow bins in here, but we'll wait and see. It's kind of nice to see some space. So there's that. And then these are kids. This is my little guy's drawer. It's got Color Wonder stuff in there so he doesn't color all over my house. In this drawer, crayons, dry erase, that sort of stuff. And then we have projects that we haven't gotten done, as well as paint stuff, watercolor, and then regular paint stuff. And then in here, the final area, we have empty bins. So again, I might be able to bring some of the stuff that I put in those larger bins and put it out here. I can't believe all the extra space when you organize. All right, in here you'll see ribbon, miscellaneous, floral supplies, my burlap, my rope. This is totally random. Glass containers, lights, chicken wire, and knobs. This was the last one. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this stuff? But I know what's in there. It's all labeled, so. And then these are like frames, decor, and items to restore. So these are like, you know, project supplies. So anyways, I'm pretty stoked about this. It has come a long way. I'm ashamed to tell you how long it's been that I've only had the wall partially painted. Oh, I gotta get rid of this mustard yellow. Anyways, that's why after this collaboration and one other, I'm gonna get some house stuff done. I just wanted to show you the vicinity of things. So, kind of the reason I chose where I chose to store stuff. I often sit here for crafting, or the dining table, which is right behind me. And so it made sense because, you know, this is in a close vicinity. And then, don't mind the mess here. It turns out when you're organizing craft stuff, everything else gets put on the back burner. But there's more cupboard space in this kitchen than I've ever had. And so these two cabinets down here were like practically empty. So I took them over because then here is out to the garage and then my room. So I wanted the stuff down here to be pretty portable and ready to go. So this area I will show you. Portable and ready to go is what I wanted. All right, so we will start here. These are all my wood stuff. I love these containers. I got them at Walmart like 100 years ago, and they hold so much stuff, and I love it. It's perfect for someone who has to take her craft supplies to the craft room. Paint sticks, dowel sticks, caps, and blocks. And then this is sort of like, I put it all in here so that I can take this to go. We've got letter, word transfer, stickers, and stencils all in here. Decorative stickers and stencils. And then stencils. And then on the bottom is like metal words, wood words, that sort of stuff. I just have these extra baskets. They're handy to have around. And then these are some glass owls that I was going to paint that just found a home there. And then down here we have, again, another one of these, beads, clothespins, tags, decorative. And it's so organized. I love it. And then this is my on-the-go paint. So I have all my paints, paint markers, Sharpies, all ready to go. And I love that I put, and some random rocks, my daughter's heart rocks. And then back here is sort of some extra storage. There's my paint mat and calendars and contact paper and that sort of stuff. All right. See, and this is why my space gets messy, because I don't put anything back. All right. I'm trying to make this short and sweet, but I'm kind of a talker. So back there's extra glue. I have an amazing amount of glue. These things didn't fit in my thing over here, so clings and these long, they just don't fit. So in here I have my glue gun, which is ready to transport. Parmesan containers work great for glue sticks. Whoops, wrong side. If you open the right side, they do. So it's ready to go. I can just pull the basket out, take it to the counter I'm using. This is all tape and that sort of stuff, but it's easy. You know, I can pull it out and find what I'm looking for rather than digging through bins. That was part of the problem. And then up here is paint supplies and scissors and extra paints. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can really just see what is up here. But I love that I can just kind of pull it out and grab at it now. Before I had a glue bin, I had a paintbrush bin, you know what I mean? Everything was in bins, and so when I go to do a project, I would pull all the bins out of the cupboard, get what I needed out of each bin, round it up, take it somewhere. I mean, it was just a nightmare. So I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to work out. I just grab it and go. And somebody come help me paint my house. I actually really like painting when I get into it, but I'm sort of over it right now because I just want to craft. All right, the cabinet in the garage. The goal here was to have room for our shoes again. Check that out. I need to make some shelves so that I can put something above them. So shoes. So I got them back in there. Some of the big stuff I put up top. That's basically what's in here. My big stuff. Stuff that, you know, garden stakes, wreath forms, things that just don't fit anywhere else. Some thrift flips back there and stuff. So, wow, we got the shoes in there. Next up is the sunroom / room off the garage / seasonal craft room. I don't know what to call it. Anyways, look, I can get to the table. That's something I'm working on. And then this is going to be something I'm working on too. But we've got, this is like dinnerware stuff, you know, cake pans and that sort of stuff, burner covers. And then this is Christmas, and it will go downstairs once I finish the winter collaboration I'm working on. And then in the cupboards here, we have all my glass storage. So that cupboard in the garage, my 2.5-year-old and my 8-year-old get into, and I was afraid all this stuff was going to get broke. These have childproofing things on them. So glassware, you know, few odds and ends. But the thing is I know where everything is now. And then these are some project starts, and I have project starts in there too. I have project starts everywhere. Project starts. And then this is what I did with my flowers. I had this chicken wire, I don't know, bin, and so I went ahead and stuck flowers through it, and it helps decorate the place too, since I don't really have any decor in here. And then I wanted to keep a few things out here that I use often. So I have like razor knives, paintbrushes, my little hot glue gun, big ones in the house, tape. You always need this kind of stuff. Clamps, scissors, couple pencils, a Sharpie, random garbage bags. I'm going to bring out some Ziplocs too, because I always use those when I'm painting to keep my brush nice. And then painting supplies. So this is actually a usable space now. I'm pretty excited. Here's the cheat sheet for the test. No, really. These are my tips, hacks, opinions, whatever you want to call them, that could help simplify your life if you are a crafter with no craft room. I wanted to sort of give an overview of the things I did to hopefully make this system really work for me. I took seasonal items and I packaged them in bins, labeled them, and they will go downstairs. Let me just say, if you don't have a craft room, make bins your friend. Bins, baskets, totes, bags, caddies, whatever you got around. You can usually pick them up pretty inexpensively. You could also make them. Use those Amazon Prime boxes and cover it with some wrapping paper. So many options to do this inexpensively, but maybe that's for another video. Label, label, label. I always think I'm going to remember what's in the bins, and so I don't label them, and then I can't ever find anything. I just use printer labels. Have things packaged for travel. So when you're ready to go craft in whatever location you're picking at your house, all ready to go. This little clever container bag is super handy, but you can pick up something similar at Walmart for like 15 bucks in the tool section. FYI, Parmesan containers work great for storing glue sticks if you can remember to open the right side. Make good use of your storage container. It's kind of like a puzzle. What fits inside what, so that there's no empty space. Makes a big difference. You'd be amazed at how much more you can get in a container. I really love my little flower area. It decorates up that sunroom and it works good. So there you go. Chicken wire works good for storing flowers. For ribbon that's come off the roll for whatever reason, so it doesn't get crinkled, I just took some empty tubes, wrapped it around, and taped it on there. Add a smudge of paint on the top of your lid so you can see them from the top, because when you're traveling, that's the way you'll be looking at them. Sheet boxes or cereal boxes are great for paper storage. If you have a spot that you craft often, I would suggest leaving some of the most used items. You know, you're sitting down and you're like, oh, I need some clamps. Oh, I need the glue. Oh, I need scissors. Oh, I need a pencil, a Sharpie, paper towels, wipes, something sharp, a different paintbrush, you know, whatever it is. And let's finish off this little summary just by glancing at those beautiful flowers one last time. Whew, that was a lot. If you hung with me through this whole video, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I really appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me today. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.